All right, guys. So Brian Duwork here, back with Luis with his Law. He went undefeated last week at Wednesday's Local, so you have the floor.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so Law, to be honest, I think is one of more the consistent leaders out there right now. His effect is really good. It's like once you have 5 cards in the field, tap 2, bounce to any color, like either green or red, and replay a different type of color, which it is. So if I bounce a green, I can play red. Really good effect. I've played this with so many decks, and this has been my favorite one so far. But yeah, let's get into the build.
Okay, sick.
Sounds good. So I play.
Yeah, repping with the mat too.
Oh yeah, the net. I have to rep the mat for
yes,
sure.
Sir.
Because he's been my favorite guy so far that I play with. So
Very
this is
nice.
gonna be. I play 4 Namis. It's a standard for this deck for sure. This card is so good. You need to see it in your opening hand for sure. You'll be able to search most of your cards in your deck in this one. Really great. I could play 4 choppers. Choppers is amazing also. For one drop blocker, easy for you to fill out your board, which you need to do for your law effect. 4 Otamas. You have to run this card in this deck for sure. It's 1 drop, 2k blocker, play -2 to any character. This goes perfect with so many combos. Like with Jet Pistol, you'll be able to -2 on Kid. Jet Pistol the Kid dies instantly. It's a really great great card.
That's actually a really gross combo. It's a 5-cost combo that takes care of an 8-card cost. So,
correct.
like, the value is just too good.
Yeah, it's just too good. Next one is Bonnie's. Bonnie's is just a searcher, another searcher you need in your deck. Another must card that you have to open with for sure.
What I noticed about Bonnie and Law working in such good synergy where just solo green doesn't have is the fact that when she's suspended or she's rested, you can bounce her to protect her,
correct.
Playing down something like powerful like a red, like a Luffy or something like that.
And also one thing to notice also, I actually see Bonnie as a blocker myself because technically when people see it on the field, rested, they always want to try to swing at her. So that's already 1 minus swing. You have to not worry about your life because they're always going to want to try to kill her.
That's true. Pseudo blockers, right? Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
pseudo blockers pretty much. I only play 3 veggies. A lot of people do play 4. I ended up going down to 3 because I ended up adding extra cards that I'll show you right now that I think that come in more clutch than veggie. But veggie is really good though. Awesome. I play 4 Neko. Neko is just I like playing control. Neko is one of those cards that you can just control your opponent's board. It's just an amazing card. I try to run 3-2. It's the best ratio is 4. You have to go 4 on this one.
Honestly,
It's just a really amazing card just to control the field for sure.
Even not only that, but like if you wanted to go aggressive with it, like dropping 2 to suspend their blocker,
correct,
or to rest their blocker.
That's true.
Dirtiest play.
Yeah, that's for sure. I do play 2 Brooks. 2 Brooks. I just play just for the search 2K combo for sure. I usually rarely use them. I would use them only like when it comes into like with Kid, when I only have 8 Dawn. Then I'll play the Kid for 8, use his ability, play the Brook, and then play the 2 under Kid. So a lot of people don't suspect that and don't think that 8 drop Kid will be dropped at that turn.
Wait, can you drop him with 8-drop Kid?
Yes, you can.
Oh, he's not color restricted?
Yeah, it's not color restricted.
That's a great combo.
Yeah,
nice.
so it's just a 3 drop or less.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah. Izo, 2 Izos. I only play, I think 2 is perfect with her. I don't really run a lot of 2K combos in my deck. I just see myself as more of a control type. Not running too much 2Ks because I want to control their board before I start like swinging for a game.
Okay.
2 Zoros. I don't play aggro Law. I've tried it many times. I tried it with 4 Zoros, 3. Sometimes I see this card way too much. I think 2 is perfect because of the Law Leader effect. I can always just swing with him, use his ability, Law's ability, bounce him back up to hand, and then play another green card that I want, or I can just bounce another red card back to hand and play the 5-drop Law, rebouncing him back to my hand and doing more combos. 4 Robins. Robins is just a nutty card. You know, this card is so good. Just every time this card's on the field, people just want to get rid of it.
Yes.
It's just an annoying card that you need to get rid of against this deck, or they'll just take over for sure. I do run 1 killer. 1 killer, I only run 1 because I do have another 5-drop that I'll show you that I do play instead of the other killer. Killer is just a good card, 3 cost, play, kill, arrested, 3 costs or less. He could actually pay from your life also. The one that I did play 1 of is that I took off the other kid is the Egg Strike. So X strikes the same way as Killer in a way. Rather than killing 3 costs or less, he kills 4 costs or less. The reason I play this over a Killer is because he's a 5 cost that I can play with Law Effect. And also, let's just say I just want to play him hard cast him. I can just hard cast him, and I will be able to do the same effect as Killer, and not just that, it's a 6k body. So all I need to do is add a 1 Dawn, and he'll be the Magic 7 already. So it's just a threat. I do play 1-up Hawkins. Hawkins is it's a tech card, to be honest. This card is really good against every deck out there right now. I usually like to control the board with this card. Like either against red, I always try to bet out the jet pistol because a lot of people just want a jet pistol. If not, if they can't get rid of him, he's just gonna take control over the board and most likely win you the game. Hands down. 4 laws. Best card in the deck for sure. This card is amazing. It just completes the deck overall for sure. This card is nutty, especially with Law's Effect, where you can play him for 2 costs rather than 5 costs, bounce another unit, and play another 3 costs or less for free. It's just broken. This card is amazing. You have to run for it for sure. 1 Luffy. Same with Zoro, like the Zoro build. With the Zoro thing, a lot of people I see in Decklist where they run at least 3, 4, or 2 Luffys or 3 Luffys. I've tried it many times. Luffy 1 is perfect for me. It's just, I'm more a control-based player for sure. So I like to control their board and have Luffy just for a game pretty much, or just for pressure. 2 kids. Kids are amazing. This card has won me so many games. As you can see on the last video on Brian Doe's work,
yes.
This card literally came in clutch.
Yeah.
This card was really good. This card literally changes a game entirely if they don't have an answer for it, for sure. 3 jet pistols. Jet pistols are amazing. I think 3 is the perfect number. I don't want to see less or more than 3, to be honest. Having too many in your hand will pretty much clog your hand, and you don't want that with as a law player. You want to have more character cards than extra cards in your hand for sure. But really good card. The Otama combo, it's just amazing. It comes out for your life. You can just kill anything threatening for you. 3 Radical Beam. I love this card. I've tried running it without it in this deck. It's just a good card. It's just an amazing card. It's a 4K, 4K when you have 2 or less on life. If I have 4 or 3 life, I don't really like using it. I only like using it after I have 2 life.
What's nice about Law is that he starts off at 4, so
Correct.
That turns on a turn early, pretty much.
Correct. Yeah, it turns out really fast, and that's why this card is really good because it's just a 4K block. It's just a 4K counter for a 1 cost. It's just so good. A lot of people don't expect it.
It's also searchable, right?
It is searchable with the Nami. Nami
Nice.
will be able to search that, so it's really great.
Pretty good, yeah.
And last but not least, I do run 1 Round Table. Round Table is just there for another tech card for sure. It's just for those Kaido players that drop their Kaido really high, or even against blue, Mihawk. Mihawk's annoying sometimes. You just want to get rid of him. Kid gets rid of Kid also. And the good thing about this is, like, since I run 4 Robins, if Robin's on the field and I just round table something, it's automatically dead, no matter what. It's just
gross.
a really great card.
It's pretty
for sure.
gross. Yeah, everything dies. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's all I run in my deck for sure.
Okay, for sure. And then just to talk about the matchups, what would you say is your most favorable or your best matchup?
My best matchup for sure, I think it's Kid. I feel really comfortable against him is because the presence that Law does to the game is I'll be able to control their board by eliminating everything. When Nikos and even Easels will be able to rest up their units, and I'll be able to just swing it over them, and either they try to drop their hand to save their card that they need, or I just get rid of it and I just overwhelm them with too many characters in the field that I just feel like so comfortable.
And then what would you say is your toughest matchup?
Toughest matchup is Kaido. It's unpredictable. There's ways to play around with it. Like you would have to play with Rush. Like you would have to get your Rush cards first for sure. Like Zoro, Luffy, or play a lot of characters and just swing with them, to be honest, because you want to get them at low HP by the time he tries to drop his 9-drop or 10-drop Kaido. But it just depends how he draws too, though. It just depends on his drawing. It's just an unpredictable matchup for sure. And also, sometimes I do get a tough matchup with Zoro. Zoro's I think it's just a good leader overall. Also, it's a really tough deck. Also, you just got to play around with it for sure. You have to get your blockers, 2K combos for sure, just to try to gas them out.
All right. Well, thank you, Luis. Any shout outs to any teammates or Anyone? If
yeah.
not, it's cool.
Well, I'd just like to shout out to my friends like Eric Ramirez, Salvador Huerta, J-Man. We play test with me a lot. That's why I've been doing really good in locals because of them. I've been play testing with them over midnight, and we'll be playing. I played with this deck at least 150 games so
Nice.
far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really great deck.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.